Hey there guys, how you doing? It's Ice9. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay tonight for Madden Mobile and the Mizow Drew, who's put up 14 against me. And softies aren't working on him. Let us see what he's doing. Pretty much unimpeded. And then he goes right back as he should, to long pass plays. I've got 3 short pass run collectibles in, and I've got 2 long play action collectibles in. Now with the changes to the running game, it being a little bit more of a factor, even at Hall of Fame levels, I've decided to take that out a little more, and he is doing the right thing. Strong IFB middle. Doing some short ones. He didn't catch a counter. And it's a really good player. Not much you can do against that. What I think I will do in an attempt to mix it up and stop him is I'll take out those play action plays that he's using that are so frequently countered. But he is doing the right thing. There's a long pass play. There's a completion. Uncountered, just took a couple sacks. And then to Sherman, goes to the fullback, and he breaks free for the touchdown. So, that first drive. And then, here, let's see, he does not throw it much. So, actually, did he throw it at all? I'll take a look at this, and I'm going to go actually to another game plan which counters pass plays. So hopefully catch him on some of that, and hopefully to do anything, have any kind of a chance, I need to score on this drive. So I'm getting played a lot. I'm coming home from work and having 12 head-to-head games to play. I'm not going to record all of them. My goodness, I wouldn't do that to you guys. But here, been paying so much attention to his drives. What happened in my drive against him? Cross in, so 24%. That might be soft unit that he has in there, just lower percentages. And, alright, I'll continue to try the shorts counter. And caught one, just happened to not be severe enough. That is not counter. And the thing is, I know with the percentages that he's running, I'm going to get eaten up. So I really got to try something else. Got to find something else to do here to get it done against this guy with those high percentages. But I'll keep taking those shorties and hopefully get enough time to throw. Not on that one, 24%. And, and try dipping my toe in the water with the long pass play. See how that one does. That is bad throw. Very bad throw. And I'll go to FB Flare. Not a countered look. Not necessarily a great one, but he is fronted. There we go. We get a completion. If I run 32%, chances are he's going to eat me up on that. Eat me up on that too. I'm going to try that motion cross that he was running. And Sanders is open and does make the first down. Okay, we're going to try curls. Uncountered look. Hopefully linebackers come up and I get the lob. I do. I get the lob. Alright, and given this situation, Or basically, so if I just kick it, I got to try to run the conversion on this one. No counter look. Should have tried to run past with that diagonal speed, but basically need a touchdown and or help to win that one. Need a stop. Most definitely need a stop. Okay, so what's going on in this one? Just getting a little unlucky. Still completing long pass plays, going to shorts and catching everything under the sun. But at least he got countered on the conversion too, but that's impressive on those mediums to make that happen. And what do? Kick the field goal. Field goal for me, and he gets picked. So we got a tie game. Let's look at the percentages one more time before I play it. See what I'm kind of running up against. So that's definitely a soft unit. I just didn't happen to catch in the short pass plays, which I think that's 38%, but I didn't catch any of them. But extremely high percentage. And yes, 38. And then I adjust and start going to the play action. But just not able to make enough happen. So if he keeps the same unit in there, I basically know what I got to do. Go play action first because it's going to be countered a little bit less than the long pass plays. And stay out of trouble. If I do go get into trouble, use long pass plays instead of the short pass plays, which I'll normally use. Sounds like a good plan. We'll see how that actually works out. So we're going to run strong cross here. And we're going to try leading him. Dangerous. But that's what good throw accuracy will do for you. And we're going to try strong PAFL middle, looking like the counter look. Got to be very careful. I wanted that a little bit more arc, and that was the counter look. We're going to go right to strong PA tight end corner. Another counter look. That's a critical. Okay, so 3rd and 14. Normally, because of the lower percentages, I would continue to go play action. But I've used each of the plays once, which increases the chance of that being countered. And so I'm going to go to a flipped cross up. And I'm going to look for Marshall. Come back and make the catch. Make the catch. All right. So, spread slot flags is what I'm going to do, and I get it critical. No bueno. Soft counter unit, basically playing my own unit, and I catch 3 out of 5 is enough to do me in on that drive, so we're going to overtime. And all right, the Mizzou is on it. He is playing, and it is field goal time. Will do nothing, and it is touchdown or go home. So let's look at it once again. Kind of see what succeeded. Look at the percentages and what they were doing. 24% motion cross. So the short and a few longs. Let's see what I could do against him. 24% is a pretty sizable amount. Probably means he's got a couple of the good short passing plays countered. And could be a soft, but could be a hard unit. Alright, so typical type drive, try cross in. And dangerous, but he was in front of the linebacker, and it looked like the tight end was getting hung up there. We're going to go to that flip drag. Alright, so there we go. Strong IFB middle. And we get the completion there. We're going to go curls flats. Outlet. And we'll go trips tight end stick. Be careful. And that was a counter, but a good play to catch it on because it kind of leaves that slot receiver open. Let's see what else we can do here. Strong eye spacing. Could be a counter. And I believe that was, yes, caught a counter. And we really need to try to get that back. FB flare. And less of a bullet. Touchdown. And kind of a semi-lob, but you definitely don't want to put enough air on it. You want to throw it in front because that defender was behind. So there we go. Get a win. Not bad. All right. And revisiting throwbacks, I've seen some of the other stats in at least Clay Matthews, somebody posted. And I hope Gauntlet's coming. And it'd be awesome if they did another silver medal master or set like that using garbage, because I'm ready for it. We'll see what EA does. But it was this time last year on a Sunday when they brought out Gauntlet. There was a post on Mudhead with somebody posting a Gauntlet Le'Veon Bell card that seems like it is a fake. It looked very real, the card, until you look at some of the details on it. It was +5 awareness. I don't know if they do that card anyways. I guess it's a possibility that it might be real, but it probably is not. Haven't heard of anything preloaded for Gauntlet or any kind of events, but there's always a chance that EA just kind of surprises us and pops something in here. One thing that I will say, and I haven't talked about it for a while, and if you haven't done this, it's probably a little too late, but I'm going to kind of go through it anyways once I get through all this nonsense. Get through the elites. Alright, so keep your Domination collectibles. Way too late for me to be talking about this, but I have talked about it before. But there very well might be a set that converts Domination collectibles into Gauntlet collectibles, like a 2-for-1 and a gold trophy or silver trophy type of thing. That is very, very possible, which gave me a huge head start on what I had on day one last year. Just really needed a couple collectibles to finish the set, and I had him, I think by noon or something like that. I had Gauntlet last year, and I hope that they do something like that this year. If they don't have a set right away and you have been anticipating this and saving up these Domination collectibles on your bench, I would recommend waiting and not quick selling them or putting them into the collectible exchange or anything like that until we're completely sure. And I'm talking maybe a couple weeks or something like that. But hopefully day one of Gauntlet, they will have an exchange set from Domination to a Gauntlet collectible, which will allow you to do a lot of the whole thing without stamina and stamina refills. So that would be very cool. As you can see, I've got a Chicago Bears Team Hero collectible. I'm a Bears fan. What can you say? I'll take that 5,000 coins at some point. So, but that is basically it. Don't know anything else this time. Oh, what I was saying about... Okay, so going to these throwbacks. And somebody was kind enough, and we'll do Ultimate Legends too. And there is also a fan favorite, Adrian Peterson card. We'll look at him at the auction house actually and take a look at that card, see what it's going for, etc. But this Matthews card, as an example, some of these front page stats do look better than Kuechly and Pro Bowl Derek Johnson. The speed is always a big thing. The awareness is extremely good. The block shed, though, is in the 60s, and the catch is in the 50s. And block shed is really, really important, obviously, for a middle linebacker. A lot of times they play in coverage. That is where they have the most impact on the game. But, if you don't have block shed, especially with the improvements to the running game with the increase in diagonal speed, you got to have block shed on a middle linebacker. So that's a big detriment to the card. Not sure how it plays, but it seems to me that if you already have 98 plus middle linebackers, that may not be the card to go for. Just a little update in terms of league. Okay, so league play. And EA is sending out a survey right now. I gave one to my league. Basically asking what people thought about the changes to league play and making it tougher. I think based on what I'm hearing and what I would guess is a lot of people do not like the changes. They don't like it being more difficult to play the game. I know a lot of people don't play head-to-head after they get Gronk because it is frustrating to play on higher difficulty levels. And I think in terms of leagues, it's really kind of, you got leagues that are really good, that are really struggling now to try to get up over 6 points per game. And, we are included in that. I have my thoughts on the changes they made. Like if you asked me, if I had to take all the changes that they made or nothing, I would definitely take them simply because of the running and the diagonal speed now being what it is and not being nerfed like it was. I would take that just because it's more fun now to run in the game. I'm going to learn how to make people miss a little bit better, I'm sure, because of that. And once I get used to things a little bit more, make fast cuts. I mean, I've seen players, I've really made some fast cuts now in this game, and just being able to run away from people is just a lot better. It's a big improvement. So if I had to take the higher difficulty, I probably would. Now, my drives today, not much I could say except I threw a boneheaded pick, unforced error, uncountered, just a dumb pick. My other drives before that, playing a 102 defense here, really high probability soft counters against short passing and then the run. And then from there, I went to the long and the play action plays. I got picked here on Strong Eye Twins PA Cross. And then I just basically ran the same thing again, caught a couple counters here and there, deep attack, and was uncountered. And Jones, who I put back in my lineup, bailed me out, and then the touchdown. And so 14, not a good day for me, but we did have some 20-plus point performances. But look how the team playing us did. We got Boss Man here. who put up 24, but these guys absolutely got smashed, against us here in the lower part of their lineup. They're just, not doing very well at all. So we are kind of adjusting to it, and adjusting the way that we play, but it really shows. I mean, you got a higher skill level. It's really going to show higher skill levels in players because you can't just bomb downfield the way that you used to, especially when you get countered. Those medium counters will absolutely chew you up. You'll get picked a lot doing that. So I would say, on balance, I like the update. I really do. But I realize that a lot of people probably don't. And I would not be surprised at all if EA rolls back some of that difficulty just a little bit, because it just makes it tough. I mean, you've got gluttons for punishment like me. I know playing at higher difficulty levels and playing more head-to-head Hall of Fame this year has made me a better player. I got a long way to go, but, it has made me a better player, and I think that's what it's all about. That's very satisfying, to compete and play better and know that you're playing at a higher difficulty level. But I think that the frustration level for the game, EA really is in kind of a tough spot. I mean, this is the right time of the year to do something like this, just because most of the casual players only play during the NFL season, so it's not affecting those guys who aren't playing really. But this game with low pack odds and a lot of pack only players and increasing events and promos that use unauctionable players, where it's really hard to build up your team now. And with everything that's going on, there's just EA really makes it a frustrating game in a lot of ways. Now, obviously, I love it, and, I'm doing videos and things of that nature, but it would be nice to have EA ease off a little bit somewhere. And the gameplay in league play, ratcheting that up a little bit too, is just another thing that's just kind of frustrating. Also, the soft counters and the frequency in which they're firing. I just played a head-to-head where I caught 3 17%ers and 1 16%er on a long pass play, 4th down, in a row. And it's just, they just fire way too much. I don't know what it is, but the EA math is definitely not correlating to what the probabilities should be, I think. If they could tone that back just a little bit and make those percentages actually accurate somehow, that would be really awesome. I don't know what is going on with that, but it just doesn't seem, after the January update, soft counters just seem to fire a lot more, whether it be from an ultimate freeze setup or from just regular soft counter percentages in hard countered game plans. That's something that they could definitely, they could improve that, I think. I do think that. But that's it, guys. That's my video. As Gauntlet and other promos come out, I will cover them and I will let you know. Actually, let's go into Ultimate Legends. Skip the Ultimate Legends, because I'm not even worrying about these guys right now. I'm just, there's a Strahan card, and we'll look at it. This is the 98 set card for the week. We look at the stats, he's definitely better than Daniels, but the hit power is not extraordinary. I think the finesse moves are mid-90s. Strahan more of a finesse defensive end. Stats are decent, definitely more athletic than Daniels. It's a good card. It's just, I know better cards are going to come out, so why go through and either burn through a bunch of packs or, try to work the auction house to get the collectibles, to get what I need to get this guy week one. It's just not a player that I want to do that. The other player here, we've got a center. So this is cool. We haven't had highly rated centers at all, really. I mean, there haven't been many at all. There was the one combine hero player, or whatever you want to call it, the pack only player, Kelsey, but with +2 agility. But there haven't been really many centers at all. If we look at the stats here, they're decent. Impact block is really pretty high. Pass and run block are not bad. Speed doesn't matter so much for a center, so that's okay. It's a perfectly good card. It's +2 overall over what I have now. But once again, it's just, when better players are going to come out, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense for me to really go after a set like that, even though, Hudson's run block isn't all that great. It's just not that much of an upgrade. I'm going to skip upgrades and not go for, he's the best player that's out there in a set based. Just not going to do that. I do wonder how it's going to be for Ultimate Legends. At some point, they've got to ramp these guys up to 99s. And if they stay at 98s, it's really going to hurt, because those pack-based players the pack-based players are just expensive and hard to get. They're not accessible to everyone. So, we got to wait for these guys to get up to 99s, and then we might even have golden tickets coming too. So, really going to have to see about that. We'll check out the boss players in the auction house, and then we'll check out that AP card too. A lot of good AP cards this year. So let's check out AP first, fan favorite. And we're going to narrow down the search, because otherwise we'll pull the ghost version of him as well. So only a couple out there, and really not too expensive. Let's look at the stats. Not a lot of green over Johnson. An AP card with lower strength than Chris Johnson is a joke. I'm sorry. Maybe the best catch I've ever seen on an AP card. 80 is higher than usual. Carry is also fairly high for an AP card. It's an okay card. It's not a great card, but it's an okay card. If you can't afford to do Trophy Monster 3 or, one of the other things, this is not a bad way to go, I suppose. If these cards get better throughout the year, though, I'm saving up those training weights for that if they come out with better cards, because you assume that they're going to ramp up that program as well. The throwbacks, like I said, there are 3 positions that are pretty well stacked and have been for some time, so it's just not really relevant right now. They've got good boosts and whatnot, but just for a lot of people, they're not going to be very interesting. They're downgrades, really. So, but we'll see what else they bring out. But that is really it now, guys. Oh, man. Forgot to check out bosses. Say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. I am so sorry, guys, but we are going to do that. So there's that wear card. Bring in a crap load of coins. There's Reggie White, who stat-wise is going to be looking long in the tooth before long. There's that Kelsey card. And Javon Curse, that's becoming a pretty affordable card for a lot of people. Not a bad way to go for the speed defensive end. And here's our boss for Strahan, and strength boost, and there's a lot of them out there. Stats on this one are quite a bit better. 93 hit power is not bad, and more of a power move type of thing. This is kind of like Boss Taylor last year, but he's not as fast. It's 88 speed. So still that 90 speed threshold would have made this card a lot more desirable and better. It's still got a strength boost, but still, and we could see, dipping below 20 million coins, which is partly a reflection of the economy and all the coins that have been taken out. And then here looking at Boss Mawae here, and Impact Block Booster is not a bad one at all. And the stats are good on this player. Boosts himself up to 98 impact block. Good run blocker. So that's a good card for sure. It's just a 98 is the problem. So what are they going to do eventually with these cards? I suppose that it's going to end up being that set-based cards are going to be 99s, and then the bosses are going to be also 99s, but with a little bit better stats. So basically a 99 with a wink wink nudge nudge that they're actually better cards and a boost is what I assume is going to end up being the case. But right now I'm skipping a lot of this type of stuff. This young blood card too, he's going under 2 million, or under 10 million rather. But I'm waiting for better cards to come out. Finesse move boost just doesn't do it for me for 10 million coins. Sorry, just doesn't. So, but that is it, guys. That is my whole video for the day. I promised this time. And if I see anything else in terms of promos, like I said, I will cover it, and I'll always give you new gameplay for you to make fun of my play or learn things from too. Thanks a lot, guys.